My boyfriend has a picture frame of him and his ex displayed. Me, 23F, and him, 23 meters, have been together almost 10 months. I am gonna be honest. It has been rocky. At the beginning, he kind of gave off the vibe that he isn't over his ex. He told me I am the second most beautiful girl, first being his ex. Listen, it hurt. We had a whole ass breakup. Not over that, really. But I guess because he wouldn't communicate with me, and whenever I would want to talk about stuff like this, he would shut down and start all this, "I know I am the worst ever. You deserve better. Just break up with me." I told him that's manipulative. He got all offended over me calling him that and broke up with me. He later did some soul searching. We got back together, apologized to one another. Things were great. He told me he had realized that I am the one for him. He doesn't care about her anymore. He wants to be with me. I thought, great. That's all I wanted to hear. Now we usually hang out and stay over a couple times a week at his place. I live with a roommate. He lives alone, so it's just better that way. If we're staying together when it's a work day the next day, the setup is usually that he will leave about 2 hours before me and I will sleep in a bit and leave later as his place is closer to my work. On those kind of mornings I sometimes snoop around. He knows this well. He makes jokes about it. I have asked permission to do this. IDK if it's snooping around his place. I will generally just look at stuff that's around his apartments. Not every time. Maybe like 3 to 4 times in the last 10 months. He will sometimes ask me, "Found anything interesting?" Quote. So I don't know how I haven't noticed this before. But by his computer desk there's this cabinet on the wall with glass doors. It's pretty small. The second cabinet is pretty much empty. There's one picture frame and just some knick-knacks. IDK how I didn't notice. But there's also another picture frame that has a paper towel covering it, so you can't see what's in the picture. A couple of days ago I finally noticed it, and inside it there's a picture of my BF with his ex-GF. It's a very couple Y photo. Like I couldn't even look at it for more than a second. Just made me uncomfortable. Listen guys, I felt so sad. I thought that girl held no weight anymore in our relationship. He dated her like 2 years before me. Only for like 8 months. We have been together longer. I know this was a petty and not mature thing to do. But I wrote, "I will not be coming back until this is gone." Less than 3 inches and signed my name on the tissue. Anyways, that was 2 days ago. My boyfriend only today noticed it and texted me, "I guess you won't be coming here anymore." And just, IDK what to do. It seems so weird for me to have that. It's like he's still in love with her. Hell, he told me he will probably never say, "I love you," to me because that girl broke his heart that much. And this just adds to my heartbreak. I don't know if he is worth all this trouble. I know I love him. But I am just not sure he loves me, and it breaks my heart. What do I do here? TL. Dr. BF has a picture of him and his ex framed in his room, but covered with a tissue paper. It makes me uncomfortable. He doesn't want to remove it. Now what? A little update. He said he won't remove the picture because it's a memory. It's covered because he doesn't want to be looking at it. Also, he just drunk texted me, "You're amazing and no girl is worth what you are. Except that ex-GF I guess." IDK. What the hell is this? It sounds like he values the photo more than you, so break up and move on. He's not really emotionally available for a relationship as he's still hung up on her. He needs to stay single. You need to find someone better. He has shown how little he cares about your relationship and your happiness in it. Listen to the man. This is not a relationship worth trying to save. Your BF is a jerk. He could toss that photo in a box and shove it in the attic like most people do with old photos. Keeping it framed in his room is bizarre, and the weirdest thing is the way that he reacted when you asked him to take it down. Like an old photo being displayed is more important than your feelings. This tells you a lot about how much he values your feelings. Now you can take that info and do whatever you want with it. But I vote for moving on and finding someone who will treat you better and who values your feelings. Sorry to say, but this man undoubtedly is still in love with his ex. Cut your losses. Plot twist: find his ex and ask her out. Invite him to your wedding. Profit. He is not over her. Do with that what you will. And you've been together for 10 months only. This is supposed to be the honeymoon phase, not the rocky one. WTF. I hope you leave him and don't look back. You don't deserve this. He's not over her, and you're not the one who can change that. He made that very clear. Stay away from him. He will need a few more years in GFS to get over her. It sounds like he was pretty indifferent to you leaving. So that's not good. It also wasn't very mature what you did either. It would have been a good opportunity to check why he still has it. Maybe he's lazy and forgot, so he just took a tissue and covered it. Or maybe he does still have feelings. We don't know now. I do see why this upset you given your history with having her looming over your relationship though. So I get it. Honey, with all the kindness I can muster, let me give you some advice. If you're rocky in the first 10 months, you'll always be rocky. Don't settle for rocky. Focus on yourself, queen. Reminds me of my ex. She'd always compare me to her ex. And when I confronted her about her talking to him on Snap, she said, it's gonna be a make it or break it. Or even that I'm walking a very thin line. And that their relationship is worth more than ours. She broke up with me like 2 weeks ago over the phone because of her mental health, she had claimed. She's a narcissistic bitch. Save yourself some heartache and leave now. It sounds like you're second place. A placeholder. Find someone who really loves you and wants to be with you. You deserve to be someone's first and only choice. In this relationship, you're competing with a ghost of someone else, and it isn't fair to you. It's up to you now to decide how much self-worth you have and make this guy your ex. I know it hurts, but no. He's not worth the trouble. He's not emotionally available for a relationship, and he's not doing anything to make himself ready for one. So cut your losses and move on. There's better out there. I mean, people already said what needs to be said about this guy being unavailable. But in addition, I find the whole paper towel thing fascinating. So he covered the photo up. But there are two possibilities. He covered it up every time Op came over and later took the paper towel down again. This is the worst case. It means he is consciously aware that the photo would hurt Op and thus tried to hide it, but wasn't willing to put it away, and thus okay with potentially hurting OP's feelings. On top of it, it means that the picture has always been on his mind, and with the picture, also the ex. In this case, there's nothing to be gained from staying with this guy and trying to wait it out. The other possibility is that he put the paper towel on the photo as some sort of self-therapy. A first step of trying to get over the ex. Not ready yet to put it away, but able to cover it up, however. That might also be because looking at it causes him pain. Please note that this possibility doesn't mean that Op should stay with him, because this, too, means he is not over the ex, but that there is hope for him to get over her in his own time. Without therapy, maybe. But that time is not now. Why would you stay with someone who told you they'd probably never tell you they loved you? You deserve to be with someone who actually cares about your feelings. Anyways, That was 2 days ago. My boyfriend only today noticed it and texted me, "I guess you won't be coming here anymore." I mean, that's it. There's nothing left to do here. You can have a chat if you want, but it's all going to boil down to that simple statement. It's over, and this is exactly why. And you both know it already. He told you that you are not the priority in his life, and you accepted it and went back to him. I'm sorry sis, this is on you. You have to have more self-respect. Did they break up or did she pass away? This is really odd behavior over an ex. But much more understandable if she passed. Let him go. If a guy I'm seeing told me that I'm the second most beautiful girl, I'd leave so fast.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epicaricast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.